Hey guys, it's Steph here. So in this video, I'm gonna highlight my top 5 favorite annuals to grow. So I'll give a little tour of my cutting garden, and then I have some of these other flowers throughout my flower beds. They're such versatile plants. The reason why I love growing these annuals is they are heat loving. They're a little bit more on the drought tolerant side. I haven't had to fertilize them. Once they start blooming, they just bloom like crazy. A lot of them are come and cut flowers again. So once you cut them, put them in your vases, they'll just produce more and more flowers. So in addition to all of those things I said, I love growing these flowers because they grow so quickly. I didn't even get them in the ground until about June 15th. It's almost September. So I have blooms in about 75 days, and they're so easy to germinate, and they germinate so quickly. So I think I started that process probably a week before I put them in the ground. No, 2 weeks, maybe the beginning of June, because I had to harden them off a little bit. But you can even sprinkle a lot of these seeds in the ground. So if you're feeling a little bit behind and you think it's too late, these are the flowers to grow. My favorite variety of zinnias to grow are the Benary Giant. This is the Benary Giant Salmon zinnia. I've grown these for 3 years now. They're just an amazing cutting flower. The stems get a little bit taller and they just take off really quickly. I love when they start to fade. Look how pretty that is. And then with these, I haven't noticed a lot of powdery mildew. I do have a drip system. They are a little bit prone to that. I would not recommend overhead spray just to avoid powdery mildew. And then we've got our Cupcake Blush Cosmos. I love this variety because it's nice and tall and produces long stems for your vases. I've got a lot of deadheading to do on these. My recommendation with these is when you get a lot of dead blooms, shear them back by a third because it would be kind of crazy to try and deadhead all of those blooms. And then right here is the red wine zinnia, which is an absolutely gorgeous zinnia. These are all Benary Giants, so this is my first time growing this one, and look at the color on that. Isn't that spectacular? I love these ones because they've produced a lot of petals in each bloom, a little bit more than my giant salmon and my white one over here I'll show you. I love mixing the cosmos with the zinnia because of that nice foliage. And then right here is one of those Benary Giant white zinnias. So let's check out the Strawflowers. Aren't they magical? Can you hear that? That's about how they feel. They almost feel like paper. These are great for drying and they're so easy to grow. The one thing is they do need some staking. I've lost a lot because I didn't stake them, and we've had quite a windy gardening season. And right here are some of those peachy orange ones. These have really nice tall stems too. And this is one of those that's gonna last the longest in your bouquet. Right, so I've moved to the front of my flower bed, so I'm gonna highlight the purple Gumprina. They come in different colors. It's finally putting on some height, so it's actually pretty tall, long stems. It adds so much excitement to your vase. It's an awesome flower because it's great for filling in your flower beds, but once they're in bloom and they start going crazy like this, you can cut them, bring them inside, and you won't even know that you're missing any. Look how cute that is. And the bees and pollinators love them. Okay, so the last ones I'm gonna highlight are my Amaranth. So this is the Hot Biscuits Amaranth. It's very wacky, but great for cutting. It really transforms when you put it in a vase. This is not quite as large and tall as my Red Spike. Red Spike's my favorite variety. This one's gonna be fun for your fall bouquets. That's kind of why I planted it, because this time of the year when it starts taking off, I'm kind of craving those colors. I have noticed the grasshoppers like this plant a little bit more than the other annuals I've highlighted. But as far as what I've done with this, I grew them in the greenhouse. It was really easy. Put them in the ground when they were just little tiny plants. And that's all I've done at this point. I've kept them watered. They don't need any fertilizer. They're really low care. They probably do need a little bit of staking as they get bigger. This is the Red Spike over here. I grew this last year. This is my favorite one to grow. It's hard to beat that dark foliage and the red color in those plumes. But some of them get quite large. I already cut off a 24-inch tall by like 12-inch wide plume. Kind of threw all of these annuals in here until I figure out what I'm gonna do permanently in these flower beds. I'm not sure yet. But look at that grass behind the Amaranth. What a great combo. Isn't that a beautiful grass? That's the blue totem grass. So they definitely love the sun. This one doesn't get as much sunlight, and the leaves are more on the green side and the plumes are pretty small. So give it a full sun area. My life has been so busy lately. I have yet to cut and harvest any of these flowers that I highlighted. So let's do it right now. I'll show you what these bouquets look like, and then I'm gonna give one to one of my friends. They always come alive when they get cut. This one is so wild, and I love Amaranth for this reason. Sometimes it will droop over the base, sometimes it will stand tall. And then I've got that Strawflower, that Gumprina. This is starting to feel like one of my fall bouquets. And then we've got those zinnias, the hyacinth bean, some more Gumprina, and some of those cosmos. I think I'm gonna give this one to my friend. I hope you guys like this little tour and the highlights of some of my favorite cutting flowers. Definitely plan on growing these next year, especially if you're new to gardening and you want to gain some confidence. These are some of the ones to start with, but even veterans just keep coming back to these ones because they are some of the best. Thanks so much for supporting my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Share this video. That can help my channel grow if you feel so inclined. But I just do these videos because I love it and it brings me lots of joy, and I just want to share what I learned with you guys. So I hope you guys have a great day gardening, and I will talk to you later. Bye.